We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at basically your whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
Do you need to get one of these tests done at an affordable price? Well, look no further. Visit Allied Laboratories by Fit for Life today. We offer VDRL, CBC, ANA, rheumatoid factor, D-dimer, TROP1, HbA1c, PTINR, and PTT. Call one of our branches today, conveniently located at Grenville and Granats, and one of our staff members will be happy to assist. Please note that there are over 200 tests available, and these are only a few. So call today and book your appointment.
Fuel your dreams with a communal vehicle loan. It's a huge deal with super awesome rates and discounts. Get the vehicle that's just for you. Enjoy your journey. Make memories. Explore more. We're fueling dreams to your destination. It's a huge deal and it's just for you. Your destination, and we'll take you there. Call or message us on WhatsApp 405-6670 or 405-2248. Let's get you where you have to be with Communal and Friends. This special promotion is in collaboration with The Beacon Insurance, Netherlands Insurance, Greens Automotive, RF Motors, and Specialized Automotive. We're fueling dreams to your destination. Apply today. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Make this carnival a special one at Spice Isle Jewelry. Get up to 40% off our collection of silver and gold jewelry with purchases above $115. Visit our 2 locations on Grenville Street, St. George's and Spiceland Mall Grand Dance, and see our fine selection of traditional West Indian bangles, necklaces, earrings, rings, and our unique handmade pieces. Step into Spice Isle Jewelry and shop in air-conditioned comfort with friendly, helpful, and courteous staff. We also pay the most for scrap gold. Our repair service is second to none. Treat yourself or someone special with something special from Spice Isle Jewelry, serving you since 1986. Call us on telephone number 440-3155 or 440-6648. Sale ends August 31st.
Yeah, that's right, and this is a sale that is happening, and of course we want to encourage you to partake in that. All right, folks, welcome one and all. Those of you who are always on the program, we want to say hello. You are the usual suspects. Welcome back to the program, and to the first-time viewers, we are saying hello to you as well. We have a few things to talk about tonight, and a lot of it is going to be focused on what's currently happening in Grenada with regards to an incident that involved, one of our top athletes, Anderson Peters. So we're going to talk about that. We have quite a few people to talk about with regards to that. We'll be hearing from his father as well. We'll be hearing from one of his colleagues and friend. We're going to talk about, where do we go from here with regards to these party boats and businesses and event planners and promoters who come to Grenada. And, we're going to talk about all of that tonight. Folks, this is News Discussed, Not Told. Welcome to another Mikey Live program. Sargassum Seaweed is taking over the Shorelines in St. George's. It started this morning, and quite a few people are already expressing concerns. And the crew members of the Harbour master remains in police custody. And of course, the police will be speaking to us in a moment about the incident. Government has also put out a statement relating to that incident. And of course, we are also hearing from the Harbour Master about this incident. So we have all of that and more to tell you about in a moment. We gotta let you know the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts, Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa, the Housing Authority of Grenada, and Superb Distributors. Folks, when we come back, it could be real news in Olilili Lolo. If you have not yet done so, we'd like to encourage you to please go ahead and share the business. Remember, someone sharing tonight's program will receive some free credit. Compliments Digicel. We'll be back.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
I want you to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it, and relax it. Eliminate violence.
Alrighty, and welcome back again to another Mikey Live program. The first thing that we're going to talk about before we get into the Anderson Peters matter, we have noticed that Sargassum Seaweed is taking over the shoreline in St. George's. Today we spoke to the supervisor of the Melville Street Fish Market in terms of the implications of this. In fact, before we spoke to him, we also had conversation with fishermen and so on in the area who was expressing a lot of concern about that. Now, they're saying that last night everything was okay, but when they arrived at the fish market this morning, that's when they noticed the shorelines were being taken over by the Sargassum Seaweed. Here is Mr. Jerry St. Louis.
Yes, I recognized it this morning when I came into work. I recognized the whole beachfront here was engulfed with the seaweed. Thus far, not as yet. Most of the boats are out at this time, and well, when they come into butt, yes, it will create a little havoc in terms of the buttoning at the jetty there. Yes, usually at the jetty, fishers usually do it as pleasure fishing, and if that seaweed continue to be in that particular area, it will affect the fishers that usually come and do pleasure fishing on evenings and mornings.
And that was Mr. Jerry St. Louis. He's the supervisor of the fish market, and he was speaking about the implications of the Sargassum seaweed being in that particular area, although it has not, well, at the time in which we spoke to him, a lot of the fishermen were already out, so we can only anticipate how this will affect them. All right, we will probably wait for another day or two, and we will revisit the area and see what has changed. Folks, yesterday we told you about this incident involving our very own world javelin champion Anderson Peters, where he was on a party boat. The next thing we knew, he was involved in an altercation with some of the crew members of that particular vessel, the Harbour master. In the videos circulating on social media, you saw him being overpowered by about 5 men before being thrown into the water on the carnage. Now, we have since had more details on that, in which we're going to get into in a moment. We also were able to get the reaction of the general public as it relates to that. We also heard from the government of Grenada, who says that they're deeply saddened by the events that that unfolded on Wednesday evening, leaving national sporting icon and international champion Anderson Peters and others beaten and injured. They say that the facts are still unknown, but the persons involved are currently assisting police with their investigations, which are expected to be swift. Now, the government of Grenada unequivocally, you know, that is one that really ties me up, unequivocally condemns, they say, the violence of any kind, and calls on the citizens of Grenada and the visitors to maintain a posture of respect. All right? Respect for differing perspectives, and to opt for rational debate over extreme behavior. Now, he says that prayers and well wishes for a speedy recovery are expected or expressed and extended to Anderson Peters and all other persons injured during the altercation. All right. Now, and we have had a host of other people. We have had the sporting fraternity also expressing similar sentiments. We've had the New National Party as a political organization as well doing the same and condemning the activities of yesterday or of last night, and also expressing that they hope to see some sort of swift justice where that matter is concerned. We are also hearing this hour of a press statement that has been put out by the Harbour master. It reads, the recent violence on our ship involving Anderson Peters is disheartening to both our management and staff. He said that we emphatically declare that we do not condone acts of violence of any kind. It goes on to say that we understand the public's concern and the overall sensitivity of the situation. Currently, the full details surrounding the incident are still forthcoming, but we are working with the relevant authorities to gain a clearer understanding of what occurred. It goes on to say that the staff involved are being represented by attorney Benjamin Hood, Cadgington Hood, and Francis Paul, who will work to ensure there is an amicable resolution for all involved. Today, we spoke to the father of Mr. Anderson Peters, who's Anthony John, and he was rather disappointed in what transpired. And we also spoke to him about how his son was doing, and these were his responses. How do you feel about seeing what has happened to him yesterday?
Well, I was quite disappointed in the whole situation of what happened yesterday, because I felt that is a total part of disrespectfulness to Grenada.
And I'm not sure if you spoke to Anderson after the incident. How does he feel about it? What is his? How is he feeling about what would have happened, and is he okay physically?
Well, he's not at the best of health at the moment, because he had a fractured ankle, and when they went and right now they at Center for him doing some tests, X-rays or whatever, to see if he had any fractured ribs or anything from the scuffle.
Okay. And we also asked him, so what really happened? What did your son relate to you in terms of what happened? What did he say actually happened?
Yes, as I was saying, the boat came in and they were supposed to go back on another cruise, right? And they was just trying to get everybody off the boat in a busy way, which I find that was total disrespect. Because if you're coming from a cruise, you got the people, you can't just racing everybody off the boat and with obscene language and tell you, get up the so-and-so boat and get up the boat and them kind of thing. You got to give people time to move off the boat, right? And that is what caused the whole thing, because Anderson was going off the boat, and one of the workman, which is a Trinidadian guy, came up to him and told him, go off the boat, and his back was turned, and the guy pushed him. So when he pushed him, Anderson turned around, he pushed him back, and I said, well, what that for? I'm leaving the boat, what you getting on so far, right? And then his other brother was on the cruise also. So when the brother saw that, the brother came and he hugged him up and told him, let us go off the people boat. And two of them back turned, going towards the gangway to go off the boat. And the brother said, all you receive is a cuff in the head. And this is where the thing started, right?
Okay. So I know that the police, they are currently doing their investigation to see what would have happened and so on. And you would have gotten the opportunity to hear people speak about the incident and what they would like to see happen. But as his father, what would you like to see happen?
Well, honestly, I would like to see these people and them, bring them to justice. Let justice prevail and let the court make these people know that they must have respect when they come in other people's country, whether Grenada or wherever, because that is total disrespectfulness.
All right, thank you very much. And that's the father of Anderson Peters, Mr. Anthony John. Last night, the police responded swiftly and detained the men who were involved in this altercation. We have online with us tonight Constable Cardina McLean, who is attached to the Community Relations Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force. And we are going to be talking to the police about this particular incident and whether or not we've made any headways in the last 24 hours. Hi, good night and welcome to the program.
Good night, Mikey. It's Corporal McLean.
Sorry,
Still Corporal McLean.
All right, Corporal McLean, sorry for that. So I know that you guys have been working to put the pieces together in finding out what really would have happened. Where is the police right now with that investigation?
Okay, so Mikey, at present, we are still very much actively investigating that matter. We have 6 persons in custody. And based on the amount of persons that we are attending to, based on the amount of persons that we're dealing with, we ought to ensure that we thoroughly investigate this matter and the correct charges and so on, the correct procedures are followed. So it is taking up a bit of time, though we anticipated that we more than likely would have had some charges today. That did not happen based on the amount of persons that are involved in the entire investigation. So at present, we are still very aggressively, rigorously investigating the matter. And as soon as charges are preferred, we will share that information with the public.
No, there are calls for protest. I'm sure that the police would have heard about these. What's your response to that?
Okay, so in fact, there was a protest today just outside the Central Police Station on the Carnage. But it was, of course, a very small in nature, very peaceful protest action. The police, from our perspective, once persons who are interested in protesting, once they follow the required protocol to protest, we have absolutely no gripes with that. We have no issues with that once you follow the correct protocol. We do not expect people to violate or to breach others' rights when they choose to protest. And so once protests are done in the right manner, once you seek the relevant authorization and you protest in a manner that does not infringe upon the rights of others, the police does not necessarily have an issue. But once it goes outside of that and it does not remain peaceful, it does not remain in accordance to what your request or your intent were initially, then the police will respond accordingly.
Right. You earlier mentioned that there were 6 persons that you were questioning relating to that incident. Are all these individuals crew members who are from Trinidad?
Okay, so we can't confirm that all of the persons who are in custody are nationals of Trinidad and Tobago, but we cannot per se say that they're all crew members, but they are all connected to that vessel in some way or the other. All
right, and of course, the is there like a 48-hour window that you have to work with in order to prefer charges against these individuals?
Well, Mikey, it depends on how the investigation unfolds. And I remembered the amount of persons that we're dealing with. We want to ensure that we have a thorough investigation. We want to ensure that we gather all the facts so that when these persons are brought before the court, we do not have any information lacking, or we did not cover any ground. So that is the reason why the police, we're working around the clock and we're gathering all the information. We're aggressively investigating that matter to ensure that we cover all the grounds to bring that matter before the court in a timely manner.
All right, great. Thank you very much, Corporal McLean, for the information that you have shared with us tonight.
Great. You're welcome.
All right, great. Thank you very much. Folks, so you have heard it yourself from the police that they're aggressively pursuing information relating to that incident. And of course, because there are so many individuals that are involved, it will take some time. So you need to give the police the time to get that done. Due diligence is important so that they do not rush anything and miss anything. And when that matter goes to court, the lawyers of the defendants realize that you've missed or you skipped some steps, and then the case falls flat on its back. This is something we do not want, and it has happened before, and I think this is why the police is taking its time to pursue this matter. So many citizens and individuals have gotten involved in this. People are talking in public. They are talking on social media. They are going around on radio stations, television stations to express themselves with regards to how they feel about this incident. One such person is Troy Garvey, who we know as an event planner, event promoter. He's also very present where media is concerned. Let's go over to Troy Garvey to speak to him about last night's incident. Troy Garvey, I've seen and heard your comments relating to what has happened yesterday. Why does this get you so angry? Talk to us about that.
We saw a Grenadian. Good night to one and all, first and foremost. Mikey, thank you for the opportunity. We saw a Grenadian being openly brutalized. Let us forget if it was Tom Jones or Mary Harry or Anderson Peters. We saw a fellow human being being manhandled, being brutalized, being abused by 5 persons. And I see no way we can condone such behavior. That is the bottom line right here, right now. And I think it's so very important to understand this. Was indeed a joy listening to the police officer. And I have all confidence and trust in the men in uniform. I think that they will do what they're supposed to do. But I think as Grenadians, we also have a very, very important role to play.
And you spoke of as Grenadians we have an important role to play. What is that role? How do you explain that role?
Okay. First and foremost, there's some things I would like to make absolutely clear. I do not subscribe to the fact that this is an issue between 2 nations, Grenada and Trinidad. We have excellent relationships, and we both move backward and forward. We are one people. I'm referring to a specific rogue mentality and one group, the Harbour Master, their management, their owners, and their staff. And let's make that absolutely clear. This has nothing to do with the people of Trinidad and Tobago. We want to make that absolutely clear. And next, I want to let persons know that we should have confidence in our own, in the RGPF. I said that before. What is so concerning for me is that last evening we saw a Grenadian, and persons knew who the Grenadian was. And no one came to his assistance at that point in time. On the 23rd of June, that individual carried 110,000 Grenadians on his shoulder before the world. And we all celebrated in the red, green, and gold. Anderson to the world, the best in the world. A few days later, he went to London and did the same, capturing the silver medal. He came home 2 days ago, and we stood by and allowed 5 thugs to do him what they did to him. Did you look at the video? I looked at it right now there tonight. There was an individual holding his neck onto the metal platform, restraining him. Then after, he was tossed overboard. If you look carefully at it, you will see the individual was holding his neck down onto the platform. You know, and that's what is so troubling. No one came forward, none whatsoever. Look at the guy. Look at him right now. And the young lady is screaming. You know, this, I believe, is attempted murder. He was tossed overboard. Look at the guy with his hand on his head against the metal platform. He could have been unconscious, and he would have gone under, and his story could have been quite different. I call upon the DJs, the artists, the promoters, all persons on the social media platforms that is using their platform to promote these party boats. Those 2 party boats in particular, the Harbour Master and his sister ship, to do not go back on it. We as patrons have a right. And that could have been your brother, your sister, your boyfriend, your uncle, your father. And I think we need to stand up. We need to say, we need to let our voices be heard. And for the entire day, I've been calling on all persons. We have heard from the government. The Prime Minister stepped forward and made a statement. He needs to instruct his police. He needs to instruct the customs. He needs to instruct the Ministry of Finance to ensure that all the financial operations in Grenada is above board. The T's are crossed, the I's are dotted. We need to ensure. I think the boat should be impounded until all these matters are cleared. Everyone has their day and their right in court. But I think that this process must be allowed to unfold. And until there's a complete closure and an end, and there's some level of justice, that blue and white boat should not be able to leave our shores.
All right, great. Anything else you'd like to add before we wrap, Troy?
You know, I'm just, I hope this doesn't die. This could have been any one of us, and that's what is so troubling about it. It's unfortunate. It had to be our sporting icon and national hero, someone who has done so much for this country, and I will continue to articulate. I will continue to speak on his behalf and on behalf of all Grenadians who could have suffered the same fate. Because from all reports, there might have been other incidents on that boat. It's a culture. And if you follow the industry and the operations of these persons, especially out of Trinidad, it's a culture. And they came here doing the same thing. And I think Grenadians need to, we are quick to protest everything. I think we need to step forward now and let our voices be heard. We need to show our disgust. The persons who are standing, the promoters who are standing and funding and standing on behalf of these guys locally, because the ships don't belong here. They are persons, as we say, fronting on their behalf. And that is how they will treat us as a Grenadian people. That is how they will treat a national hero. That is how they will treat a sporting icon. I congratulate all the sporting associations who came forward and condemned this act. I really applaud the government for acting swiftly and hope the government will continue to act swiftly and put all the agencies of government to ensure that what has to happen happens and happens very quickly.
Thank you very much for coming on, Troy Garvey, and sharing your passion with us regarding this incident.
Well, again, thank you for the opportunity, and I will take any opportunity to continue to articulate on behalf of all Grenadians my feelings as relates to the incident last night. And as we say, this is a stand for Grenada, and Grenadians need to stand behind this cause. We say boycott the Ocean Pelican and the Harbour Master. No justice, no cruise.
Thank you very much, folks. That's Troy Garvey, who is a promoter, event planner, event organizer, and a media personality. He's been around for so many years, and of course, he's been making the rounds, talking to people about how this affects him, how this affects us as a people, how this affects the hero himself. Speaking of hero, we have another a hero and sporting icon with us, who is a very close friend of Anderson Peters. We have the Spiceman himself, who has also for years been carrying Grenada on his back with his bat and his ball, Andre Fletcher. Andre, welcome to tonight's program.
Hey Mikey, good night. Good night to all my fellow Grenadians.
All right, Andre, I know that you are very passionate about this incident as well. I know that you have a close relationship with Anderson Peters. When you saw this video on social media, or whoever would have sent it, when you saw that video for the first time, how did that make you feel?
Mikey, to be honest, I spoke to Anderson today, and I was literally in tears because it could have happened to any one of us. And
I think Andre, I think your phone, I'm not sure, but I think your phone is ringing, so probably something is taking over the microphone on your phone. All right, so folks, we were just hearing from Andre Fletcher, who is a cricketer, and he's a very good friend of Anderson Peters as well. As he was saying to us, that he had a conversation with Anderson today, and that's when we got a little disturbance there. So we are just awaiting his return to the program so that we can continue to speak to him about today's incident. And of course, as you've heard, okay, here he's back now. So Andre, welcome back. So you were saying that you spoke to Andre today, to Anderson today. What was that conversation like?
Well, I was just, encouraging him and letting him know to stay strong, as much as, yes, his physical health is a big priority, but also we have to take into consideration his mental health as well. Something like that can actually have someone, mentally, challenged and wondering what next to do. And it was heartbreaking to see, this happening. And as I said, not because it's Anderson, but it could have happened to anyone. And also hearing that after the incident, people were still trying to go on to the next cruise. And I was, just asking myself, what if it was just a normal Grenadian? Would it have been a case where they would have just thrown that, out the door and just pull out the person from the water and continue the cruise? And it's unacceptable. And I'm so happy that the Grenadians, the public is actually, out there and protesting. And last night, the first person came in mind. I was like, Derek would be the perfect person to represent him. And hearing that Derek is taking up the case, I'm very happy, and I'm just hoping that everything goes well. And as I said, physically and mentally, he can be ready and going back on the track to do great things for my country, for our country.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you have toured the world representing Grenada, and you obviously from time to time come home and try to be normal and chill like everybody else. Does that present a challenge to you, being so popular, being a star, and trying to live a normal life whenever it is that you come home?
Honestly, Mikey, it's not easy. I remember, speaking to my cousin and letting him know that being in the spotlight is not as easy as people might think. The slightest thing you do, somebody has something to say. And it's strange. I remember saying once that it's like sometimes I used to feel like I'm not a Grenadian. But now things has changed to the point where, wheresoever I go, I feel love. And I'm urging everyone to share that same sentiment to not only myself but anyone that is representing Grenada, that is keeping the flag flying.
We have lost again. We have again lost Andre Fletcher. I'm not sure if there's some connection issue from his end. And the last question we were talking to him about, the challenges that one would have as being an icon, and having to come home as Anderson would have done, went on to this party boat and was just trying to have a good time like everybody else would, and having to encounter these sort of scenarios. It is really not easy. For Anderson himself. We have not heard from him, and I think maybe that's the best thing to do, because this case is going to certainly be a very interesting one, and you don't want to be saying too much. So we have not really heard from him, but we have heard from people around him, as we were just hearing from Andre Fletcher, who said that he spoke to Anderson as well. And what is key, coming out of this discussion with Andre, he was talking about the fact that there is also need for some sort of support where one's mental health is concerned, especially after encountering such a scenario where you would have felt like your life was threatened. You would have felt a little traumatized by what was really happening. I mean, it's really heartbreaking to see that. We've heard from the Prime Minister, Dickon Mitchell, who also expressed his disappointment in this whole thing, and he was also expressing that all the information is coming in, and of course we are expecting that the police will in a timely manner present their case to the DPP for further advice. We see that we've reconnected with Andre. So Andre, before we wrap up today, you being in a position like you are, similar to Anderson, where sometimes we do not know how to engage with people like yourselves. What would you like to see? How would you like to see people like yourselves, the icons, be treated whenever you guys are back home?
Well, I came from a very humble background, so it's not a case where we should be treated so different to others. But my thing is, show respect, show love, irrespective of who it is. Let it be a case where we all let us be proud of who is representing us as a people, who is going out there and putting their bodies on the line, training hard, doing whatsoever that is needed to ensure that they can feed themselves, feed their family, and also represent our country. You
Right.
understand? And as I said, it's a case where I am broken. You understand? And as Mr. Gavi mentioned, whosoever the promoters are, they should come out and share the same sentiment and ensure. I'm hearing people saying that, oh, the boat shouldn't come back Grenada. Honestly, I don't even think it should even leave Grenada. That is my take. It shouldn't leave Grenada in the first place. And make sure that whatsoever, when that case is called, until it is done, then let the law take its course. But my thing is, it shouldn't even leave for it to even come back.
Right. I am guessing that Anderson Peters might be looking at this program right now, knowing that he's watching the program. If there's anything that you needed to say to him right now, what will that be?
As I told him earlier today, just stay strong, and as I mentioned, his mental health is very important, as much as his physical health. And the people that is around him, try to motivate him and try to encourage him as much as possible, to don't lose focus on his goal. And we all know, me being in the Christian background now, where I know that the devil try many ways to get at people, especially someone that is going out there and exceeding, and doing well. And it's just for people to encourage him. And as much as, people will love him.
we are getting patchy internet from Andre Fletcher, but I think we got the sentiment of what he was trying to express. And folks, we would conclude this segment. Okay, Andre. All right, so you're back. So at least you're back. So you could continue before we wrap up.
Yeah, so he going out there and excelling and stuff. I just want the people that is around him to encourage him and make sure that he's on the right track. Let him not lose any focus and just keep, letting him hear the good things that he has done. Don't try to, as much as it is fresh, but don't try to keep replaying it in his mind. We want him to keep focused, try his best, if he could recover as quickly as possible and get back there to train as hard as he accustomed doing and keep the flag flying.
All right, great. Thank you very much. Andre Fletcher, it's been a pleasure having you on the program tonight.
You're welcome, Mikey. Have a blessed night.
You likewise. So that was Andre Fletcher. He's known as a Spiceman. He is one of the best cricketers that we have seen in the region, and I mean that. And he's talking about the incident regarding his friend Anderson Peters. Folks, we are going to continue to follow this incident. Tomorrow, God's willing, we will seek an update from the Royal Grenada Police Force regarding this matter, and we're going to stick to it until we hear of the actual penalties that's going to be associated with this incident. The folks from the Harbour Master, they have lawyered up, and of course earlier we explained to you who these lawyers are. All right, and so very soon the court sessions will start very soon, and of course again we will try our best to keep you updated on that. We have exhausted our time for this segment of the program. We want to invite you to continue to remain on. We still have some more to come. We've got the national report for you. We also have the weather. And of course, we are also inviting persons who have never been on this program before, but you're here now, to please like and follow our page so that you can become part of the business. All right. Of course, this is what we call news discussed, not told. We're taking a quick break and we'll be back. Remember, if you have not yet done so as well, please share the program so that other people will get a chance to view. We'll be back.
We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at here, basically a whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
Do you need to get one of these tests done at an affordable price? Well, look no further. Visit Allied Laboratories by Fit for Life today. We offer VDRL, CBC, ANA, rheumatoid factor, D-dimer, TROP1, HbA1c, PTINR, and PTT. Call one of our branches today, conveniently located at Grenville and Granats, and one of our staff members will be happy to assist. Please note that there are over 200 tests available, and these are only a few. So call today and book your appointment.
Fuel your dreams with a communal vehicle loan. It's a huge deal with super awesome rates and discounts. Get the vehicle that's just for you. Enjoy your journey. Make memories. Explore more. We're fueling dreams to your destination. It's a huge deal and it's just for you. Your destination, and we'll take you there. Call or message us on WhatsApp 405-6670 or 405-2248. Let's get you where you have to be with Communal and Friends. This special promotion is in collaboration with The Beacon Insurance, Netherlands Insurance, Greens Automotive, RF Motors, and Specialized Automotive. We're fueling dreams to your destination. Apply today. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Make this carnival a special one at Spice Isle Jewelry. Get up to 40% off our collection of silver and gold jewelry with purchases above $115. Visit our 2 locations on Grenville Street, St. George's and Spiceland Mall Grand Dance and see our fine selection of traditional West Indian bangles, necklaces, earrings, rings and our unique handmade pieces. Step into Spice Isle Jewelry and shop in air-conditioned comfort with friendly, helpful and courteous staff. We also pay the most for scrap gold. Our repair service is second to none. Treat yourself or someone special with something special from Spice Isle Jewelry, serving you since 1986. Call us on telephone number 440-3155 or 440-6648. Sale ends August 31st.
Hey man, when we come online, you only juking up your phone.
Yeah boy, now as I say, they have an app. I can't find it. I check Play Store. I do a Google search. I can't find it. Man, I get fed up, man.
Nah man, because you look in the wrong place. The app is web-based.
Web-based?
Yes, you access it via your web browser, right? You can add it to your home screen or your desktop, like any regular app. Watch. Look, I have it on my phone. Right? And you can access it or add it to any device, your computer, your tablet, any device.
Well, how am I doing that and I can't find it?
Okay, watch. All you have to do is open your browser, right? And type mobile.nawasa.gd. And voila, you see?
Just so?
Yes, and you can download it or access it via the web. Once you have a reliable internet connection, right? You can run the app anywhere, anytime.
So, how I adding that to my home screen?
Right, so you click on those 3 dots, right, or your web browser setting and look for the option to install app or add to home screen. Easy peasy.
Well, thank you. Now I could help Auntie June because she was having the same problem too.
The Nawasa app, versatile, fast-paced and always up to date because it's web-based. So Auntie June won't always have to install update. Once a change is made to the app, it updates automatically, no hassle.
Well, that's a good thing.
Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
I want you to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it, and relax it. Eliminate violence.
Spicemas is back! And Grenada Distillers Limited wants you to win big with its bottleneck promotion. With every purchase of pure white or special dark, you are automatically entered for a chance to win. Win tickets to Soca Mona. Win free costumes. Win bottles of Clark Scott rum. Grenada's #1. Win cold hard cash and more. Simply write your name, address, and contact details at the back of this bottleneck and insert in the boxes at participating outlets and the Clark Scott sales van. Win big for Spicemas with Clark Scott, Grenada's #1 rum.
Welcome to Yogo. Most of you know us for our food delivery service and our food pass for free delivery from restaurants. But did you know you can also use us for grocery deliveries too? We've just added another 5,000 plus new items to Yogo's supermarket. And stay updated as we add more products and vendors. Yogo Services is our convenient skip the line offering. Let us pay your electric, water, and other utility bills for you. With us, you will be able to buy tickets, pay your rent, schedule bookings, and other services. Need a ride to get somewhere? Give Yogo Lyft a try. Select your pickup location and destination location and wait for our driver to collect you. Never have to worry about how you're gonna get to a place again. Please see website or app for our service locations. And sign up now.
Government responds to recent altercation involving sporting icon Anderson Peters. We'll have details to this story and more in the National Report.
This Saturday, August 13th, 2022, we say au revoir, goodbye, adios, see you soon. As the Spicemas Corporation presents the official last lap celebration with all our winners of Carnival. Bring your costume, come on down and make one last jump for the road. Time, 5 p.m. The corridor at St. George's. Admission absolutely free. Just bring your good vibe and come, let's celebrate a good feeling. This Saturday, August 13th, 2022, Spicemas. We say au revoir.
Welcome back. With the details to the news for Thursday, August 11th, 2022, I am Sherry-Ann Noel. The government of Grenada is deeply saddened by the events that unfolded on Wednesday evening, leaving national sporting icon and international champion Anderson Peters and others beaten and injured. The facts are still unknown, but the persons involved are currently assisting the police with its investigation, which is expected to be swift. The government of Grenada unequivocally condemns violence of any kind and calls on all citizens and visitors to maintain a posture of respect to different perspectives and to opt for rational debate over extreme behavior. Prayers and well wishes for a speedy recovery are extended to Anderson Peters and all other persons injured during the altercation. In related news, the St. David Track Blazers, the sports club to which Peters is a registered member, has also issued a statement following Wednesday evening's incident. The release states the club vehemently reproves such treatment of one of Grenada's most successful athletes, but more so, such treatment being meted out to a human being. We will support Anderson and his family throughout this ordeal and will continue to provide emotional, physical, and psychological support. The Grenada Athletic Association also throws support behind the double world champion and strongly condemns the alleged assault. Public Relations Officer Kwame Hippolyte says the association is particularly concerned about the results of Anderson's medical examination, which will determine the extent of injuries and future of his career as a world champion.
While we anxious and call for a thorough investigation, we look forward to the findings of the investigation being conducted by the Royal Grenada Police Force. Why are we so interested in these findings? Because we believe that it would speak to the outcome of this matter. But more so, we are praying and we hope that the injuries that Anderson sustained are not career-threatening, and extend God's blessing to Anderson and his family, and that he can not just have a speedy recovery, but a recovery that would not have an impact on his ability, his talent as a javelin thrower.
Both organizations wish Peters and his families God's blessing during this period. Peters and his coach Paul Phillip were warmly welcomed home on Tuesday evening following his participation at the Birmingham Commonwealth Games. Moving along, the woman who served as president of the Senate in Grenada between 1990 and 1995 believes the decision by the Deacon Mitchell-led administration to invite Dr. Decima Williams to serve in the upper house of Parliament is a move in the right direction. Mrs. Margaret Nichols, who was among the list of specially invited guests to witness Dr. Williams receive her instrument of appointment on Wednesday, spoke with GIS at the official residence of the Governor-General.
I am elated. I think that we're going into the right direction because, as you know, and I always felt this way, that women have a very important role to play. We offer balance, we offer a different perspective, and I know with her experience that she would do an excellent job at handling the house under control, keeping the house under control, and performing at her uttermost best as she's accustomed to.
The former president of the Senate says Dr. Williams' portfolio is one of a life of service, and she believes that she will bring new perspective to the position.
She is approachable, first and foremost. I think she's a person who would take advice. But most of all, I think she would bring a new perspective, which is in today's world where things have changed since I was president of the Senate. I think she will bring a new perspective to the post, and I'm looking forward to her success.
Senator-designate Dr. Decima Williams will be officially sworn into the position of President of the Senate when the Grenada Parliament reopens. This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break.
This is Sammy coming back from Juve. Here comes Sammy again. This time, he is hurrying to join the fancy mass band. It is now after Carnival. Sammy and Robbie are liming on Wall Street.
Come on, Sammy, man. Guys, where you throwing the bull? Oh, you do have respect for the environment, or what?
Got just one bone and the dog eating that just now?
Oh, yeah, not only dog, rat too. Throwing bone on the ground so the cause rodent. And besides, you don't looking good, man.
Oh, God, man, I mean, this kind of talk you're spoiling the line, man. Relax yourself now.
I can't relax when you're dotting up the environment, so do the right thing.
All right.
Nice. Let me head for the garbage bin.
Let's keep our islands clean. Take your garbage with you if no bins are available. Don't throw garbage out of vehicles and on the streets. Stop, think, use the bins. A message from the Department of Tourism and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Fisheries and Cooperatives continues its thrust towards increasing production as part of plans to achieve greater food security. As a result, significant efforts have been made to improve facilities where the propagation of plants are being done. Speaking during the recent opening of the plant distribution season, Chief Agronomist Alison Haynes explained the work that has been done.
You will notice the newly refurbished administrative building here at Maribor. It has been recently upgraded. The administrative building has been expanded to accommodate all of the officers now based at the station. It is now fully air-conditioned and conducive for work with upgraded washroom facilities and a newly installed kitchenette. The Ministry of Agriculture is on a mission to upgrade and modernize the stations as an important component for the development of the agriculture sector. The refurbishment work have also been undertaken at Ashenden and Maran, but there are still significant upgrades that are needed and will be undertaken on all of the stations in order to modernize the facility and deliver superior quality plants to the farming community, as well as create demonstration sites suitable for training and modeling best agronomic practices. So we are well on our way. A significant percentage of our budget this year, well, for the next budgetary period, would be spent on upgrading and modernizing our stations.
Refurbishment has also been undertaken at the Ashenden and Maran propagation stations. The ministry will continue to modernize facilities island-wide to deliver superior quality plants to the farming community. And finally in the news, Head of the Community Relations Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, Assistant Superintendent Simon Douglas, says the 2022 carnival season was relatively peaceful, with few incidents recorded. He attributes the low level of violence and incidents to the vigilance and strategic planning of the RGPF for the season. ASP Douglas has commended the public for its support throughout carnival and appealed for continued cooperation, not only during the festive season, but year-round. He reported that no fatal accidents were recorded over the carnival weekend into Tuesday.
A total of 43 vehicular accidents were reported between Sunday 7th and the morning of Wednesday 10th August 2022. 4 of those accidents were categorized as serious. That is by virtue of the damage caused to the vehicles involved. We are also pleased to report that there were no serious injuries resulting from those accidents. The Royal Grenada Police Force appeals for continued support as we strive to keep our beautiful country safe.
And with that story, we come to the end of the National Report for Thursday, August 11th, 2022. Now for a recap of the top story. Government response to recent altercation involving sporting icon Anderson Peters. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Sherry-Ann Noel, thanking you for viewing.
Thank you very much, Sherry-Ann, and the rest of the GIS News team. We now take a look at the weather. We can tell you that submitted by the Met Office, we can tell you that the weather is expected to be partly cloudy, becoming cloudy at times with light to moderate isolated showers and a low chance of thunder. Tonight's minimum temperature 24.5 degrees Celsius, winds easterly to southeasterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate with waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. And for Friday, we can tell you that the weather is expected to be partly cloudy, becoming cloudy at times with a few light to moderate isolated showers, increasing in cloudiness overnight. Max temperature 31.5 degrees Celsius and a minimum 24. And winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate with waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. That's our weather report for Friday and tonight. And before we wrap, let's be courteous to our people on YouTube and say hello to you. All right, so all the people on YouTube, we want to say blessings. EC, Emily, and Suzanne, Joyce, Fitzroy, and I mean all of you, Michelle, and who else is there? I mean, quite a bit of you on there, so we're saying hello to you. All right, Tallman is always there, so all the viewers on YouTube, we say hello to you. Likewise, we'd like to say hello to the folks who are currently sharing on Facebook even while the program is ending. We want to say hello to Dillian and Ashaki. Blessings to you, Denise and Pearl. Thank you for sharing. And Patricia and Rena Wells and Oswin. Wagwan Bejin. Big up Oswin and Veronica. Big up Veronica as well. And Adonna and Ansha. Also, we see that Jem is sharing as well and Desling. So Adonna, I mean everybody. We see quite a bit of you have shared the program and still continues to share. Kireen, I see that you're sharing as well, so blessings to you. And those of you who are commenting on Facebook, we have people like Bermuda, Jacinta, we have Liz Myers, and Teresa, Yvonne, and Praise and Worship, and Hillary, Celine, and Florence. And also we have with us Erlyn and Velma, Celine, Dolores, Glenna, Hazel, Osric, Brent, and Rachel, Glenn, and Sally, blessings to you guys as well, okay? Rachel, Kamlish. I see, whoa, we have quite a bit of Trinidadians on the inside. Wagwan Trinis, this is not a fight against nations. It's a fight against us and those who have wronged us in the wrongest of ways. All right? Well, we remain good. Grenada and Trinidad, we are right. In fact, there are so many Grenadians who are currently living in Trinidad and Tobago. So this is not a fight against nations. It's just a fight against injustice, a fight against brutality, a fight against disrespect. Okay? So y'all are right. We just have issues with 5 or 6 people. All right? And we're good. So folks, take care of yourselves, and we will touch base again tomorrow, God's willing, same time, same place. All right? Let's do this. Okay, let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, Ja! No! And before we go, by the way, there's still a bit of you who have not shared. I see quite a bit of you on the program, and only half of you have shared. I don't know why, but before we go, we would like to appeal to you to please share the program. We'll appreciate that very much, so that other people will get an opportunity to see that we are live on day 2, will be able to view tonight's program. That's all we ask of you. All we ask of you, if it's your desire, if it's your will, Hillary and the others, and Heavenly, please share the program to give others an opportunity to view. Okay? Just one share for each person on the program. Now that would take us to a very large number. So if you are still on the program and have not done so, it takes nothing away from you to share the program. But when you do, it does so much for this program. So it takes nothing from you really, but it does so much for the program. If there's anything that you'd ever like to do to see this program continue, it is to share. That's all we ask of you. So please go ahead and share the business. Just one more before we go. One more share by somebody who has not shared, and we're good to go. All right, let's go. Just hit that share button together. Let's go. Hitting that share button together. And there you go. Thank you very much, guys. We'll touch base again tomorrow, God's willing. Do have a restful night. Take care.